Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Liz. So today it is like day 4 of this coronavirus quarantine. So schools are closed, as you know, so I am not at work. So it's just been so draggy. It's like day 1 I was like crazy bored after like the first few hours of the day. This thing is just out of control. So I've been trying to do some reading, but I don't know why, but I just can't focus on reading. So instead I was listening to some audiobooks. Okay, so I was listening to some audiobooks as I created these book sleeves. Like, this is how bored I was. I created all these book sleeves. Here's my Harry Potter enthused one, or at least one of them. This is the Marauders map. It's cute. And then here's my March one. March is my birthday month, so excited. And then it has the flap. I have to actually put, it's not finished because I have to put something to close it. And along with this one, I gotta add a button. Eventually I will add a button to it so it can close. And I have my red one. Then my planets. And then I have my cute gray foresty wintry one. And then this one is adorable. This one I actually purchased. I bought it and it gave me some inspirations to create my own. Here is my Ravenclaw and then my other Ravenclaw. So I have 2 Ravenclaw ones. I guess you can guess that I am a Ravenclaw, although I feel like I should probably be a Slytherin, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But you know, whatever. I go with Ravenclaw. That means I'm wise. I'm very wise, which honestly I could agree with. Maybe there's something to that sorting after all. But anyway, so yeah, so that's what I've been doing with my time off besides working, because I also, aside from working in a school, I also work in a group home, and so that's 24-hour care right there. So we've been practicing safe distancing. I work with adults, not kids. Honestly, adults can be a little worse, but they are at least independent enough that I don't have like it's just more of I just need to be there to monitor and make sure they are not hurting themselves or each other. So that's the, you know, the beauty of working in a group home at the moment. So practicing safe distancing and washing our hands, and yeah, so that's what I've been doing. So because that has honestly given me something to do, because I think if I actually had to physically stay home all day long, my sanity would be a hot mess. Because honestly, my school is out for a good 4 weeks, so that's like a whole month, because well, technically it's 3 weeks, and then we have spring break during our time off. So there is just now it's just basically 4 weeks, so it's a whole month. I don't even just sit around in the summertime. In the summertime I work at a summer camp, because I just can't sit around being bored. So I just can imagine what I would be like when it's time for me to retire in my old age, because I would be so bored. Like, I don't know how some people can do it and just be fine with sitting around because they're like, oh, I worked all my life, this is my time to relax. Honey, I'm with that saying, you relax when you're dead, or you rest when you're dead, because at this point it's just like, what are you doing? You're just wasting time. You're gonna grow cobwebs on your body because you're not moving, you're not doing anything, you're just sitting still doing nothing. And yes, I know I'm rambling, but what else is there for me to do? But so I should be reading, but I mean, I have been reading, but off and on. My focus level at the moment is just not there for some reason. I don't know why. I wish it was. But it is at least Thursday, so that's something, I guess. I mean, with everything closing, everything limited to what you can do, so everything's limited, so I can't go to my local library because that's closed. The only good thing about that is that the books that I was supposed to read that I had took out, I now have a longer period of time to actually read them, because they're closed and they are not accepting books back. So that's fine, as long as they waive those late fees, I'm good, you know. So what I have read this month, I read physically, I read 2 graphic novels and one book. Ooh, snap. A Girl's Guide to Murder. I physically read that. Then I listened to the audio of Aurora Rising. The cast was amazing. I listened to the audio of what is the name of this book? It's Cassandra Clare. Oh, Clockwork Angel and Clockwork Prince, and now I'm on Clockwork Princess. It took me a while to get through Clockwork Prince for some strange unknown reason, because it took me only 2 days to get through Clockwork Angel. But for some reason it took me way too long to get through Clockwork Angel. Not Clockwork Angel, Clockwork Prince, and I don't know why, because it was actually a pretty good read, or a good listen, because I was listening to an audio. But so I'm now listening to Clockwork Princess, and so I'm gonna see how that series goes. I actually read all of the Mortal Instruments, so that's why I'm now in the Infernal Devices, because I'm trying to get the right headspace before I start on Chain of Gold. So I want to try to get a lot of the back history that I honestly don't really, because so I can prepare myself for the characters that are probably going to be introduced in the Chain of Gold. So yeah, so that's been fun actually. So because I have all 3 books in the Dark Artifices, I think that's how it's pronounced, I don't know. So I have all 3 books in that series. I'm missing the Clockwork Princess, so I have, for the Infernal Devices series, I have the Angel and I have Prince. I don't have Princess, and I don't know why, and I can't find it. And I want it in that soft, in the paperback cover, so it goes with the rest of the series, because I have a few, like when they first came out in the hardcover, but I had put those in storage, so, and I'm not pulling them out of storage to read them, but I still never had gotten the Clockwork Princess. I think, I'm almost certain, I'm almost positive I do not have that copy, hardcover or otherwise. So that is really the only one that I need, besides the spin-offs of it, the side books, which is the Shadow Market, the Shadow Market and the Shadow Academy, or whatever it's called, and the Bane Chronicles. I've listened to the Shadow Market last month, and I've listened to some of the Bane Chronicles. I have not even got into the Shadowhunter Academy. So yeah. So, but I mean, it's a lot of books in this series. It's just a lot, and then it gives you a whole lot of information. So as I'm reading, I'm trying to make sure I take notes and, you know, make some graphs so I can keep up with what's going on in that. So anyway, so I also, oh, I already said that I listened to Aurora Rising. I don't look. See, I'm just all discombobulated. I'm just a hot mess right now. And I have so many books that I need to get through. Like, I have all of these books. Like, I've taken, I put into storage the books that I have read, or books that at the moment I'm not interested in reading yet. Or, yeah, that they've been on my TBR for so long it doesn't even make a difference. So I put those away into storage. So these books are the books that I need to get through. So I figure, you know, with this time off, I can try to accomplish that. And then, of course, I'm a bookaholic, of course, so I ordered books from Bookoutlet just this morning, because I don't know why, because I need more books on my shelves, you know. Obviously, I have no shelf space for them, so I have to quickly, or at least read some books to get that. So at least have a couple of days before that order comes in anyway. So yeah. What else? So yes, so I have books I need to read, videos that I need to edit and then upload. I have a lot I need to do, and I'm just so, I just don't know why I'm not doing them. Let's get yourself together, girl. Get it together. Okay. All right. So I'm going to actually start reading. I was just watching a video. So I'm actually about to start reading I need people to get iPhones, because it drives me crazy when you have to read separate. It's a group message and you have to read separate texts because they don't have iPhones and they have a smart Samsung or an Android. So it's just like the text comes in separately. I don't know why it does that. It's annoying. But anyway, so my music. Let's see what I want to listen to as I start on a book. I'm gonna go with my instrumentals. Oh, so I'm gonna read this book, In the Hall with the Knife, and this is by Diana Fernand. Petra Fernand, I think. I don't know. I know I'm saying it incorrectly. But yes, so I'm going to start on this book. It is, oh, less than 300 pages. Oh, that is perfect. And it seems like a really quick, easy read. So let's see how much I can get through before I actually have to, oh, and there's some balls. Oh, that's cute. Alright, so see how much of this I can get through before it is now 10:36. See how much I can get through by 12 o'clock. Alright, so I'm going to put on some music, and that's what you're going to hear. Hello and welcome back. I am Liz. So it is I have no idea, it feels like day 100 of this whole daggone quarantine, and it's a lot. So now I am at least reading more, and I'm super excited because I got approved for a few books on NetGalley, so I have plenty of reading that I plan on doing. But yeah, okay, so I am still reading In the Hall with the Knife by Diana Peter Fruend. I know I'm saying that wrong. I probably should actually look up how to pronounce her last name. However, I have not done that yet, so hopefully I'll do that the next time I do an update. So I have been reading this. This is such a slow read. It's not even a long book. It's super short. It's less than 300 pages, and it's taken me a few days to actually read it because it's not that intriguing that I want to just like, oh my god, I gotta read it. No, I mean, yes, also I've been kind of in a reading funk, so that also played a part in it. But at the same time, it's interesting, but it's not gripping where I just have to keep picking up this book. Honestly, if I, just DNF'd it now, I would definitely, this is definitely, I think, like maybe a 2.5 read. The writing is okay, but it's such a slow burn for a mystery. It's just not even, it's kind of like, is it even really worth my time in reading this book? But like, I'm curious, but I'm not curious. I don't care. Like, it's really about these rich kids, then you have rich kid, you have one who's hiding her identity, who's not really who everyone thinks she is, another one who is from the town, who's a townie basically, and has come to the school on scholarship, but also is a janitor. Then they just found, I'm at the part where they had just found the dead body, and now they're saying it could be a suicide, but other things are pointing to it more or less was probably a murder. And it's just like I don't know, it's just not gripping me. Like, I like the movie Clue. I love the movie Clue. I can watch that movie a million times. I've seen it a million times, but this is just not holding my attention like the movie, which is kind of making me upset, and it's just like trudging through it. But I'm going to get through this book today. I'm going to finish reading this today. I have no other plans but to read this book and wash clothes, so I'm doing that now. I'm washing clothes and I'm reading this book, so I have to keep taking like 30-minute intervals because that's how I have to get through this book, in 30-minute intervals, which is sad. So it's like 30 minutes of reading, and then like 10 minutes, maybe 10 to 15 minutes of checking on my clothes and doing other things, and then 30 minutes of more reading. But for the most part, it's usually just 30 minutes. I check on my clothes, put them in a wash or put them in a dryer, whatever, and then 30 minutes more of reading. The thing I hate about doing laundry is that I have to actually fold the laundry. I don't mind washing. I can wash and dry all day, but folding the clothes, I wish I just had an automatic folder, so all I had to do was just put it away. But like, that's just that downside. I think that's probably why I have so much laundry to do, because I hate having to fold my clothes, and if you don't fold them, they get wrinkled. So yeah, it's like no other options in that process, but whatever. So I'll get through it. Pray for me. My struggle is real. And let's see, is there anything else I want to talk about? No, I think for right now that is it. So I will be back again. I gotta go check on my clothes, and then then I'm gonna do some more reading for at least 30 more minutes, and then I'm going to come back and talk about if anything has been done. But yeah, all right, so I'll be back. Hello. Okay, so I'm back, and of course it's a lot later now. And I'm still reading this book. Oh my gosh, it's like so dull. Like, my brain is like, but I do not want to DNF this book. I refuse to DNF this book. I don't like DNFing books. I like to give books a chance. You know, they're like people. You got to give them a chance. But this book is so slow, and the build up is kind of stupid. It's ridiculous. Like, I want to DNF this book so bad. So bad. But I refuse. I have no one to blame for this but myself. But I am just like, I'm like this reading, because it just I needed to pick up. Like, it's so slow, and I don't know if it's gonna get any better than what it is. It's just like a flat line. It's like oh my gosh, it's such, like, there's no action, no anything, no oomph. It's just flat. It's just a flat ass book. It's just so fucking flat. I can't. I don't know what else to say. Like, I just don't know what else to say. So okay, so Blackhorn Academy is a private school. It used to be, part of it was an all boys school, and then like a mansion type of dormitory or whatever was an all girls reform school. This was back in like the 90s or whatever, or what, 70s probably, I don't remember. And then Blackthorn had so basically the reform school had closed, and at the same time Blackthorn had came into some money. This school had came into money, and then they started buying up a lot more property, which created this bigger school, which basically became more attractive to people to want to go there, because it's an exclusive rural area of Maine, and it's very closed off. So the only way to really get there is by boat or something else. I don't know if you could just drive onto the campus or anything. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But so like I said before, there was a storm, so basically they had prepared to evacuate the students. So Some of the students had evacuated early, but they thought they had more time to evacuate the rest of the students. So at least a good chunk of the campus was already evacuated, but all of the students didn't leave. So there's like 6 or 7 people. No, I'm gonna just say 10, because it's probably less than that. I think it's like 9, 8 or 9, whatever. But about 10 students are left, and so or 10 people, I should say. They were basically quarantined or trapped in the two-door house, and that's basically the mansion that used to be the all girls reform school. And so they're all trapped in this mansion of a house, and then so they all had to basically double up in quarters or whatever to fit everyone. So somehow so someone dies basically, and they're trying to figure out who died, and they all basically have secrets except these 2 girls that they classify as basically airheads. They consider them the dumbest of the whole group, and they pretty much suspect everyone else but these 2 girls. And you have the real sketchy townie. He has the most secrets of them all, and he acts pretty sketchy, and they can't figure out why he seems so sketchy. They think it's because he's a townie, so I don't know, who knows, whatever. So they all have these theories of who could have basically killed this person, who could be a murderer basically. So they all have these theories of who could be the murderer. Everyone they're crossing out each other. They cross out the 2 girls because they in their minds they're too clueless to pull it off, but all of the other smart people, you know, are suspects on each other's list. And you know, all signs are pointing more or less to the townie. But everyone, they're trying to figure out, well, what would be the motive to have killed this person. And it's just kind of boring. So we have the one person. So it's told through 3 different perspectives. Let's see. So it's told through like 5, because Peacock doesn't really have anything. Hers is like a page long. So it's told to like 5 different perspectives. Yeah. And it's just craziness. It's not catching my attention. It's not giving me happy vibes. It's giving me sad vibes. I have such sad vibes for this story, and I'm so sad. I thought this was going to be a really good thriller, YA thriller, but it really is not, and it's making me very, very sad. It's a Clue mystery, and Clue is really good. I love Clue. Like I said before, I love Clue, but this is not. This is making me sad and depressed. But I'm like trudging through it slowly but surely. I'm getting through it. I'm like the little engine that could. I'm like halfway through the book. Nothing really more interesting has happened. So this is how small it is. I got through this much of the book. I have this much of the book left. I'm on chapter 20. It's 29 chapters in this book, so I have 9 more chapters to read, and my camera keeps on focusing and it's kind of making me annoyed. But it's just, nothing is intriguing. So I'm hoping that we haven't even reached the climax of the story. Like the build up is just taking way too long to get to the point of this story. Like, it's really taking too long to get to the point. I feel like just skipping pages in this, like this is how I'm feeling. I feel like just skimming the pages and just getting to the end to find out what the heck happens in the end, why this person was killed, because the slow build up is killing me. It's really annoying. And then we have also the sketchy, okay, so the sketchy townie, come to find out, has a brother. So he has a brother, and so what we don't find out until later on. And really, camera, you're just gonna decide you're just gonna unfocus on me? That's how you feeling? Okay. So the sketchy townie basically has a brother, and the brother is actually I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but either way, whatever. So the townie basically has a brother who is actually his twin. So I'm assuming it's an identical twin, because no one is really noticing the difference in their appearance, but they're noticing different things. Like, one would know what happened, but they would be like, oh, well, it was your idea, and he'll look at them like, it was my idea? What do you mean? And like, he wouldn't know what was going on. So it's making people look at him like they're confused, like, why don't you know what's going on? So the other people, the other students, don't know that he has a twin brother. I think it's probably a twin brother that has something to do with this whole stupid thing, because it honestly would be the only thing that makes sense. But at the same time, I also think it might be the 2 girls who are playing the clueless role, and everyone swears it couldn't be them because they don't have the brain cells to pull it off. But it's always the quiet ones you should watch out for. That's all I'm saying. But yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna dive back into this. So I'm gonna finish this tonight. So hopefully I'll have an update on what happens on it later. But if not, then I'll probably talk about it tomorrow. And give an update, and then go into another book. So hopefully tomorrow, after I finish this book, I can start reading Fireborn, which is by I'm hoping to get to this book tomorrow, which is a fantasy, so that should be good. And that's it. Okay, so back to reading. Alrighty,